sanded off here on the GTO, and you know what? Finding this place where I didn't like the contour here, so we sanded some on that. We'll prime this area right here again, to go at the high spot with the long board. So I'll just put on a primer on this spot. I checked this with the straight edge. The rest of the quarter looks good. Contour is real nice. See how it's round now, comes out to the bottom body line, but before it was squared off. These patch panels that we had to put in. Same on this side. I'll just touch a little bit on these spots. We come through thin. I like to have a full coverage on it so it doesn't soak in the sealer when we put that on. We started on this scoop now. This has a faint body line. You can see the peak in the hood. The scoop had a faint one, that's why I didn't tape it on my previous sanding, but I will on this last sanding. Put that faint divider in. I've already had it taped over here. You can see kind of the dark line where the tape was, and I've sanded this side all the way up to this point under the tape. See right here. Pull the tape, put it back down on this side. Now I'll sand this side up to here. That'll give us a faint peak in our scoop. I'll bring you back when I get that sanded in. Okay, next I've sanded the other side. This is the block I sanded it with. One piece of paper wraps around that block. Pretty good block, has a little flex to it, not much. Keep it pretty flat. The surface here was curved this way and this way. So you have to watch and make sure you're not sanding flat spots on it. You want to sand with the contour. We'll pull this tape off now and see what we've got here. Alright, to the back. I think I reached it better from back here. Alright, you can see what we've got here then. I left the peak. I can feel it now. Feel a slight peak. I'll rub my paper over it and just take this little sharpness off of it so it doesn't stick out and be too awfully pronounced. But we can see it's right down the center with our other peak here. Falls right down. That's what we're looking for. Alright, we'll go ahead and finish this thing, get our sides in. Stand these hoods like this, especially with scoops, and I always like to start here in the middle. I'll sand these sides right here, and then we'll get onto the flat part of the hood. And we'll get this one knocked out and blocked. This will be the last block on this, I do believe. And we'll be ready for seal and paint. So I'll bring you back when we get that done. Alright, there you can see the line on the scoop now. I've got it run all the way back, but it does smooth out back there. So I have to do that. You can see I can feel it. If you were here and ran your hand across, you would definitely feel a crown and a peak there. It should be. Should come out real nice. Now we're doing the one out here. Like I said, I tape them on the last sand. Respect them as you're sanding up until that point. You can tape them every time if you want. I just find it makes them too sharp, so I only tape them on the last sand. Standing on this side, standing up to it. Once I get that cut in, I'll move the tape over to this side, tape it from here over, where I've already sanded, and then we'll sand this side back up to it. Crosshatch sand it. You can see how that is. I may come out here just a little bit wider, makes it easier to work with. I always sand these in first before I sand all the flat parts. That way you blend into this, instead of doing this last and coming out over top of where you've already sanded. I just think you get a better finish that way. Just my opinion on it. So there you have it. That's where we're at. I'll bring you back when we get the other side done. Alright, here we go. This is what I said. I like to sand it back about this far. Makes the blend in real easy when you're sanding the flat now, the side of the scoop. And like I said, we'll pull this tape. And I usually will roll it right over to the other side. And use it again if it's sticky enough. This is what I mean. I'll stick it right on that line. Like that. There we are. Stick it down so it can't walk away. Sand it. And then I'll take and I'll sand this up to that line on this side. That'll give it some more defined line. Make it nice and crisp, like it was in the factory. That's what you're looking for. Alright, I'll bring you back when I sand the other side of this. Okay, we've got the hood all sanded out here. This side looks great. Over here, seem to have some high spots here. Got the longer board out and really went at these here a little bit, so now we seem pretty good. So I'm going to squirt a little more primer on this. I won't do the whole thing. Just put it down here to cover this. Yeah, I get all the newer fancy boards, you know, these name brand ones like this. And they're good. I'm not knocking them, but then you pull this one back out. This was a dry paper board that you just would clamp the paper on, but I use stick-on paper on it. Works out good. I was checking this one, like I said, with the straight edge and the ruler. Put your straight edge down, flashlight, and you go back here behind it like this. You look for any light, you don't see any light. Because of this curve hood, this hood curves down, so that's what we're seeing there. And come out here and get to the edge, always get a little more, because it's always dropping. Hood drops off. You can see. So the hood's always curving down, but you can get a real good idea with straight edges. Like I said, I use that one. On big, long, straight panels, use these kind. Turn them up on end. They're always pretty straight. You can always check them with a square and see. But yeah, I didn't like what was right here. Saw a couple places, so I went ahead and knocked this down a bit farther. Remember, this hood was really wavy. So I feel pretty good about it now. Like I said, I'll shoot some right in this area right here. I'll knock that down and cover that up. I said before, I don't like any exposed filler because filler absorbs paint at a different rate than primers or sealers do. So when you get ready to paint this and you paint your sealer on here, it may leave a mark here because this would absorb differently. So you may see a halo around these. So to be on the safe side, I always cover these back up again. Spray enough on to cover them, sand it off level, blend the edges. I wouldn't have to worry about it showing through. So all right, that's where we are. The hood's very close to being done. It's 8 o'clock here tonight. I'm done. Done for the night. Tomorrow morning we'll squirt some of this on. Like I said earlier, I had a couple places on the car, just right there, a little bit showing through, right there. We'll touch those at the primer and the gun. And right here, again, I used the long board on this. I didn't like what I had there. Opened that up, and right here, I didn't like how this transition was, this curved transition. So I sanded this down some more. I like what I have with it now. It matches the other side real well. So we'll apply some more primer to that, just those areas. Hopefully, this will be the last time we'll have to put primer in the gun on this one. Cross your fingers. Bring you back as we do that.